Today, I'm going to make yogurt at home. I have never made yogurt before at home, and I'm all about trying new things, and I love homemade yogurt, especially when my sister makes it. So I'm gonna try it myself today. I'm gonna start out with some whole milk from the farm and whole, what's it called? Greek yogurt, non-fat, plain, just good old plain yogurt. And apparently it's super easy, so let's see how it goes. I think that's all I need. And I'm probably not going to use all these jars, but just in case. As far as I understand, you have to heat the yogurt very slowly or milk. You have to heat the milk very slowly to kill any bacteria that potentially is in the milk, so that when you mix it with the, what are they called, cultures and probiotics of the yogurt, that stuff can grow and it doesn't, basically it might fail to become yogurt if the milk has stuff in it. So gotta heat it to kill that stuff off. So it's on low heat and it's gonna leave it heating for a while. I'm just gonna casually work on my rug while I'm waiting for that to heat. My problem is that if I go out of the kitchen when I'm doing something like cooking, waiting for something to cook, I will just completely forget what I'm doing. Unless I set a timer, and I don't know how long this is gonna take, so I'm just gonna stay in the kitchen until I need to turn that off. I don't wanna burn it. So this recipe on thepioneerwoman.com, it says to heat your milk to 185 degrees Fahrenheit and then cool to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. But according to my sister, who, as I said previously, we love to follow recipes, we just kind of do things how we do things. You heat it until it forms a skin on the top. That's roughly good enough. And then if you cool it to when you can stick your finger in without burning your finger, then that's about good. But also on this recipe, it says that she experimented with heating the milk to a lower temperature than what she recommends, which I think she said 155. And the yogurt made with milk heated to 185 was less smooth but thicker. The yogurt with the milk heated only to 155 was more runny, slightly more sour, and took 2 to 3 hours longer to set. And then also she said, I wanted to see what ratio of yogurt to milk produced the best results. So she made a batch with 1 tablespoon of yogurt per 2 cups of milk, and another batch with 2 tablespoons per 2 cups. So the one with only 1 tablespoon of yogurt was slightly more runny and a milder yogurt, not as tart. So after this is completely cooled, I'm gonna peel all the skin off the top and then pour it into jars with a little bit of Greek yogurt in it. And then put it in incubation. So I'm gonna do it in the crock pot with warm water and set to just the warm setting. But you can also apparently just leave it on your counter, or you can fill a cooler with warm water and leave it in the cooler. But she said if she placed it in the crock pot with the warm setting on, the yogurt set in about 4 hours and was fully set in 6 hours. The jar on the counter took 24 to 36 hours to fully set in a warm kitchen. A couple different variations. I guess I can't put the cover on it, which hopefully it's fine. It just has to keep the water warm, right? So maybe I should have used smaller jars, but oh well. We shall see how this goes. So the yogurt needs to set for like 6 to 8 hours, and depending on how warm it is and whatnot, but I just left mine overnight. I actually had the crock pot on keep warm for a couple hours, but then I was touching it before I went to bed and it was pretty hot. And I didn't know if having it too hot would like not allow the yogurt to create or set. So I turned off the keep warm, stuck the cover on, and that just like kept the water warm a little bit overnight. So it seems like it turned out good. It's a little watery, which is fine, I think, because it's still set. But you could just mix this up and eat it as is, or use a cheesecloth, or like I'm going to use this towel thing to make it thicker and drain out the whey. And apparently you can use the whey for stuff, but I don't really know what. You'd have to research that. I don't know if I'm going to keep mine or not. Just going to drain it through this colander. Let's see how we do that. I don't know, this seems... I dumped out the liquid. I almost feel like... Okay, I guess I'm going to try it with one jar. But I feel like I don't really even need to dump all the yogurt in here and squeeze it out. But let's try it. Okay, so Pioneer Woman says to put it down and then put something heavy on top of it to squeeze out the rest of the liquid. Good. Tastes like yogurt. How the heck do I get this in the jar now? About one full jar plus whatever I ate earlier, so maybe like 1.5 of these, and that was about a half a gallon of milk, but turned out excellent. I highly recommend making yogurt at home. It is so easy and so good, and you can add whatever you want: berries, syrup, honey, flavors, jam. So good. Oh yeah, one more thing, it is not super smooth like store yogurt, but I think if you vary the heat or I'll link that post below so you can read about it. But yeah, I think I should be able to make it smoother at home, but I'm not sure exactly how. I'll figure it out. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.